Hello, this is the second video for practice 10-1, which we're doing all of them, 1 through 58, on a separate page. Now, number 9, all it asks us to do is move this into standard form. Now, we have to think back, what is standard form? That is just rearranging our terms from highest exponent to, and then start to decrease down through our next exponents, ending with our constants. So the first thing we need to recognize is that my largest exponent is a 3, and the term that's associated with that is my a cubed. All right, so for my answer here, it's going to start off with that a to the third power. Okay, the next highest exponent we see is squared, a squared. And so there's that. That's going to be the next term that we have to list for ourselves. And we're going to keep a positive sign with it because it is positive right here at the start. We don't see it, but that is a positive 3a squared. Okay? And then next we just move to our regular a's, noting though, however, that it is a negative 4a that we have next. So we will place that onto our answer here. I can get my subtraction sign to go down low here for me. Okay, try it like this. So we have this negative 4a. And then we end up with that constant. So the last thing we take care of is that plus 3. And that would be our answer. All standard form is rearranging our terms from highest exponent and then on down to our constants. Okay? Now 21 is in the section of where it starts to look at the combination of combining our like terms. The instructions say find each sum or difference, write your answers in standard form. Okay, so for us here, now remember, anytime we see a subtraction sign, that is telling us we have to distribute and rewrite our new terms that we'll be working with, right? And so we need to see these rewrites on the homework, because now it is a negative 5y. Let me get these spaced out just right. All right, it is now a negative 5y to the third power. It is now a negative y squared, because it was positive, now it's negative. It is now a negative 2. All right, and once we rewrite that, this component is gone. We double check to make sure that we changed signs on everything, and we did. So these are our terms left over. Now what we're left to do is combine our like terms from our original parentheses with our new terms with that subtraction sign distributed through. All right, so we're looking for pairs of like terms. And I'm going to start off, since I have to write my answer into standard form anyways, I'll start off with my highest exponents here. So I have a 3y cubed and a negative 5y cubed. When I put that together, I get a negative 2y cubed. All right, so next up would be, I'd be looking for y squareds, and I see one here. All right, and I don't see any other like terms for that y squared, so we'll go ahead and we'll put that into our answer here. So we're looking for a negative y squared. So we get that, and we'll move it over here. All right, and then, so what we're looking at is we have our next smallest exponent, so it goes from 3, 2 to now just regular y. I only see this negative 11y, so I'll be able to get that written in here for us. Negative 11y. And then when we go to look at our constants, we are looking and we see that we have a positive 3, we have a negative 2, so 3 minus 2 is going to give us a positive 1, so that'll show up right here at the end. So that's what it looks like to go through and solve this problem out. Right, we had to do our rewrite, right, distribute that negative through, then go through the problem and combine our like terms. Now, when you look at one here like number 40, you may be thinking, do I need to do a rewrite? Well, think about what requires us to do a rewrite. It's when that negative sign is outside of this polynomial, we need to distribute it. But we have a plus sign, so we are good to go ahead and add up our like terms, right? There's no rewrite necessary. So I'll look for my highest exponents. I'll see I have a 7x cubed. I'll be looking then to combine my x squareds. I have a negative 9, a negative 2. I'm going to color code these for us. I'll be looking for my x's. I have a negative 5x and a 4x. And then I see that I have a constant here of 3. Get the right color here, of 3. Okay, so let's go to write out my answer. I'm going to start with my highest exponent first because we like standard form. And I have underlined there in purple just a 7x to the third power. Then my next terms I'm combining is this negative 9x squared and this negative 2x squared. Put those together to get negative 11x squared. All right, onto our green, we have a negative 5x and a 4x. That's going to leave us left over with a negative x. And then we have our constant. We have our plus 3. And that would be our answer. Right there, no rewrite necessary because we are adding this polynomial. We are not distributing a plus sign. We never do that. We only have to distribute our negative signs. So down at the bottom of the page, you may have seen something that look a little different than what we've been doing in class. But if we apply some critical thinking, we'll be able to figure it out. So we are just charged with combining all the like terms. But before we do that, we're going to have to do a rewrite here. And notice how we're only subtracting this parenthesis. So the only rewrite I'm going to do is going to be from this middle parenthesis term. So now it turns to a negative x. This 4 already was negative, so now it will turn positive. So that's the only rewrite that we have to do. Now we're going to combine all these different terms, right? So I'm going to combine my x's. So I've got 2. Here's a negative x and a positive x. So this negative x and positive x will just cancel out, leaving me with that 2x. And then we go to look at our constants, and we see that we have a positive 3 here, a positive 4, and a positive 2. So we've got the 3 plus the 4 to give me a 7, 7 plus the 2 to give me a 9, and that will be the last component of our answer. And there we go, we get it boxed. We only had to rewrite where the subtraction sign was.